Hey guys. Well, I kind of wanted to talk about my personal life a little bit. A lot of my videos are about the foster care, getting ready for foster care. I wanted to visit about my personal life. You do know I'm a nursing student, but I don't think I've ever really elaborated on what my nursing job is, what I do in nursing. But I am a CNA. I've been a CNA for almost 10 years. I've seen everything, especially during the pandemic. It was rough. But I'm not here to rap about COVID and all that. But after the pandemic, I found myself falling towards hospice. I love hospice. I know a lot of people are afraid of that word hospice, but it's actually a good thing. So if you ever come across somebody that needs to be in hospice, please encourage it because it's really good. I am a hospice aide. I go out and do bed baths, showers, massage, just whatever can make their last days comfortable and enjoyable with their family. So last week I had a new patient, and normally my visits are about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the patient and where they're at in their stage of the end of life. But my visit went 2 hours long because I was just sitting there visiting with the daughter and found out she is a really, really cool person. And I want to give her a shout out. You guys may know her. Her name is Angela Shelf Medeiros. She's a children's author, a very famous children's author. She does a lot of African American history and culture books, but she did projects with PBS. She did Reading Rainbow, and she has her own. She used to have her own cooking show. She has a diabetic cookbook, and what was sad when I got to know this lady is how our culture and our school system has changed since I was a kid within just 20 years. So this lady used to do book tours with Laura Bush, George Bush's wife, while he was president. They used to go all over the place and do just read books to children. And we were talking about, I was looking at a bunch of her pictures and everything. And the sad thing about it is, because of the content of her books and how society is now, her books got banned from the school system. And she is no longer invited to come do readings at the school, which was her life. And she's no longer on TV doing cooking shows and whatever she used to do. Um, but in some ways, I think she's okay with that because she is taking care of her family member on hospice right now, and she's enjoying her retirement in life. But it's just really sad that our society has gotten to this. But the reason why I'm making the video, let's get to it. She gave me this really cool book, and I read it with my family. It is called Chester's Casa, which, with the foster thing, Casa is part of the foster system. They are volunteers that come and help advocate for the child. Chester's Casa is a really good book. It talks about the steps from the minute that the child is taken to the house to the end when they are reunited with their forever family. Let's see here. Let's find a little passage. Let's do this one. This one was a cute one. So this is just about a couple pages in. I'm going to stay. I'm sorry. Am I going to stay at a place that has lots of kids to play with? Chester asked. Yes, Mama said. Can Bear come too? Chester asked. Yes, Bear can go with you, Mama said. So this is when they came and got the child and took them to their next placement when the mom couldn't take care of them anymore. Let's see, where else can we go? Let's go to part 2. Okay, so Miss Karen is the CASA worker. And they're talking about going to visit mom for the first time. Can I go home with her? Chester asked. Not right now, Karen said, but you'll get a chance to have a nice long visit with her tomorrow. Okay, Chester, I miss my mama. I know you do, Karen said. She misses you too. They went to a parade. And then, let's see here. So, okay. This is when Chester actually arrives to his first foster placement at a foster home. Toys, playground equipment, and bright rubber ball were in the yard. Hello, Annie, said the pretty lady. Is that Chester? Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ramos, Annie said. Yes, this is Chester. Welcome, Chester, Mr. Ramos said. We've been waiting for you. Hello, Chester said. He smiled when he saw Roberto. Hi, Roberto. Roberto was one of the kids at the children's shelter. So it does get pretty sad. There's a part in here where mom couldn't actually got taken away to jail for a couple years, but he had some grandparents he didn't get to know when he was with mom, and they actually took him in and talks about the whole process with the court and them coming back together as a family, and he gets to become his forever family with his grandparents. And he writes Karen, the casa worker, a letter saying that he got a new puppy, and the puppy wanted Karen to be his casa too and be his friend, and that he is happy with his forever family. It really is a good story. So I looked this book up on Amazon after I read it. This was gifted to me. So they were a casa family and foster family, so that's why she gave it to me. But it runs about $15 on Amazon and probably other bookstores. And if you are a foster parent or a casa worker or does any form of foster agency work, please go and get this book. It is such a sweet book, and I loved it to death. It actually made me cry in some of the parts as I was reading this to my son because we're trying to explain everything to him. So please, please, I recommend you going in and purchasing this book. Like I said, Amazon has them for about $15. It's called Chester's Casa, and I will leave it in the comment section so you can know. Thank you guys and have a wonderful night.